Hello everyone, hope you're having a great week. Some of the pollen is starting to get washed away, so that's a good thing. So hope everybody who's suffering from allergies feels a little bit better. We're on to our next learning module, which deals with morphology, and that's the study of words, how words are put together from their parts. In with this, of course, is how we define words, what dictionaries, how they go about defining words, anything that deals with words. So the big word here will be morpheme, which are parts of words, or sometimes a morpheme is a word itself. So here's what you need to do. As always, read the parts in the chapter that are assigned on the syllabus. Read the goals and objectives, how the goals and objectives, how the learning module will help achieve those goals and objectives. There is a web page that I created. It's number 4 on the list of items on this learning module. So there are some questions, and there's also 2 videos from Films on Demand that our library subscribes to. They're little short clips that deal with words. One is dealing with the Oxford English Dictionary, and the other deals with slang. So the directions are there, the password and so forth, if you're off campus, if you're doing that. So go through that page, look at the questions that I posed there. There's a story about how I met my wife. Take a look at that. Then there is about a 20-minute PowerPoint lecture over the chapter morphology. There is a PDF of the PowerPoint lecture, and then there are 2 practice quizzes. So go through each of those. Make sure that you do the homework. It's number 2 on page 108, number 3 and 4 on page 109. So all of that is due by next Monday, April 22nd. So this is our next to last learning module. We'll have one more learning module, and then we'll have the final. Just 2 other quick things. There's not really a competition this week. I will be going through the quizzes. Those that have done that and those who sent me an ambiguous sentence, I've looked at those, and I'll be giving you the extra credit points for that on this next quiz. Just 2 additional things. If anybody's interested in dictionaries, and I mentioned this kind of throughout this learning module, the Oxford English Dictionary is considered the supreme dictionary of the English language, and by many accounts, the best dictionary of any language in the world. There's a very interesting book that was written a number of years ago. It's called The Professor and the Madman. The Professor and the Madman. And this deals with how the dictionary was created. It's a very interesting book. It deals with how one individual contributed a whole lot to the dictionary. His name was William Minor. He was an American. And he sent lots of definitions to the editor, James Murray, back in the late part of the 19th century, even into the early part of the 20th century. But the interesting thing was he was in an insane asylum. He was certified, to use the word at the time, he was a lunatic. So it's a very interesting book. And then if you want to take a look at that. Last thing, I was listening to the radio as I drove home the other day, and I heard one person ranting that a word that used to be a noun is also a verb. And the person was talking about the word parent. And he said, words should not be allowed to change from parent, which is noun, to parenting, or he parents well, something like that, and make it into a verb. So if you go through this, think about that issue. Words will constantly change. The OED acknowledges that there's slight changes of meaning, and at some point, a new classification, such as this word that was noun now becomes a verb. So I think that's it. So go through the rest of the learning module. Think about those couple of things. Hope you're having a great week. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.